The 911 call didn't ask for help. It asked for forgiveness. "I didn't mean to watch," the man whispered. "I swear I didn't." The dispatcher tried to get his address. The man laughed softly, like the question itself was cruel. "He's already here," he said. "He stands where the camera can't see." The call ended with a click and a sound like someone smiling too close to a microphone. That was the last thing we played in the previous video. The part we cut off. The part we weren't ready to explain. Tonight, we pick it back up. Because 3 hours after that call aired, a padded envelope appeared in my mailbox in Reno, Nevada, postmarked from a town that doesn't ship mail anymore. The return address was a motel that burned down in 2007. Inside the envelope was a USB drive wrapped in duct tape and a motel key tagged Room 14. No note. Just a smear on the plastic that looked like a fingerprint dragged the wrong way. I waited until midnight to plug it in. Bad habit. I know. But if you've been here before, if you've followed Agent Miss Scar long enough, you know the night changes what files are willing to show you. The drive contained one folder. Look back, unsorted. The first file auto-played. Body cam footage, low light, heavy breathing. A deputy's voice cut through the static. "Sir, I need you to step away from the window." The camera turned. The window reflected the deputy's face, stretched and pale. Behind him, a hallway that shouldn't exist. "Who are you talking to?" the deputy asked. The man by the window didn't turn around. "The version of me that didn't blink." The footage ended abruptly. Timestamp scrubbed. Case number missing. If you think you understand what's happening already, pause here. Subscribe. Not because this is entertainment, because once the pieces start lining up, you won't want to miss the ones that don't. The motel key felt warm in my hand. I didn't recognize the logo stamped into the metal, a crescent shape cracked down the middle, but I recognized the number. Room 14. It appeared in the margins of old case files, in a photo pinned behind a corkboard, on a napkin photographed at a crime scene in Kingman, Arizona. Always Room 14. Always after someone watched something they shouldn't have. I drove east on I-80, then cut south. Desert highways have a way of flattening time. Gas stations spaced like punctuation marks. AM radio voices bleeding into each other. Somewhere near the California-Nevada border, my phone vibrated. Unknown number. I didn't answer. The voicemail came through anyway. This time, it wasn't a whisper. It was calm, confident, familiar. "Hey," the voice said. "If you're hearing this, you already slowed down. Good." My stomach dropped. It was my voice. "You're close to the motel," it continued. "Don't park under the light, and whatever you do, don't look at the mirror before you close the door." The call ended. No static, no timestamp, just silence. The motel sat off a frontage road outside Tonopah, Nevada. No sign, no lights. Just a building that looked like it had been forgotten mid-sentence. I parked where the shadows pooled, just like the voicemail said. The office door was opened, swinging slightly, as if someone had passed through moments earlier. A bell on the counter rang when I stepped inside. No clerk. On the wall behind the desk hung a framed map of the United States. Red pins dotted towns across the country, too many to count. Every pin connected by thin black string that looped back to one place. Room 14. The key slid into the lock like it had been waiting. Inside, the air felt staged. Bed perfectly made, curtains drawn tight, TV unplugged. The mirror above the sink covered with a towel, taped at the corners. Someone had written on the towel in marker, block letters pressed hard, "Don't practice smiling." I didn't touch the mirror. I sat on the bed and opened the second file on the drive, an FBI incident report, redacted beyond usefulness. But one paragraph remained untouched, like it had been missed on purpose. Subject's report increased awareness of observation. Reflections begin to act independently. Event triggers following prolonged exposure to recorded human behavior. Avoid replay. The third file was labeled Room 14 Cam. It showed this room. Same bed, same towel, same angle. The timestamp read tomorrow. The video played. I watched myself enter. Park, sit on the bed, open the drive. The me on screen paused, head tilting slightly, like he'd heard something. Then he smiled. Not wide, not happy. Practiced. My phone buzzed on the bed beside me. Unknown number, I answered. Good, my voice said from the other end. You're right on time. The towel over the mirror shifted, just a little, and in the glass behind it, something pressed forward, testing the surface like skin. While the voice on the phone whispered, almost proudly, "He finally noticed you." The bathroom door creaked open behind me, slow, deliberate, and the mirror began to breathe. The voicemail shouldn't exist. I replay it again in the evidence room. You shouldn't have gone to the motel, agent. You already know what comes next. The voice is calm, too calm. The timestamp reads 3:12 a.m. At that exact time, I was standing inside room 117. Worse! The call was placed from my phone. By morning, the motel is swarming with police and FBI units. Evidence bags come out fast, burned photos. A motel Bible soaked in something dark. A guest registry with no name for room 117, only a crooked symbol. I recognize it instantly. I've seen it before, on a case that officially never existed. When I ask the motel manager about the room, he avoids eye contact. No one stays there, he says, because people don't leave. They find the body behind the motel, stuffed inside a broken ice machine, male, mid-40s, fingernails torn off, eyes stitched open. The medical examiner pulls me aside. He didn't die here, she says. He was kept alive long enough to understand what was happening. Cause of death, fear. They identify him soon after. Mark Ellison, investigative journalist, missing 6 months. His last project. Cold cases that reappear under different names, different states, same pattern, same symbol. My phone rings again. Unknown number. I answer. Static, breathing. Then a broken voice. They're using you. Mark, I whisper. I'm dead, he says. But not the way you think. A woman screams in the background. The line dies. No call log. Nothing. Back at the field office, I access a sealed archive. The Watchers Project. Deleted, denied, buried. Inside, crime scenes from motels across America. Victims who claimed they were being watched long before they vanished. Every room number ends in 17. On the last page, a handwritten note. My handwriting. If you're reading this again, it means they let you forget. The rest is torn away. At 3:12 a.m., my car radio turns on by itself. A voice asks softly, "Do you remember now?" A sign appears ahead. Welcome to Black Ridge, a town not on any map. My phone vibrates. One message. Room 117 is open. And in the darkness ahead, a motel sign flickers like it's blinking, watching. Black Ridge shouldn't exist. The GPS spins. Street names loop back into themselves. Every road ends at the same place. The motel. Room numbers glow through the fog. 113, 115, 117. I don't park. The radio clicks on. You already checked in? Inside, the lobby smells like bleach and old carpet. A bell sits on the desk. It rings by itself. Behind the counter, a guest book. My name is written on every page. Different dates, different handwriting, same signature. Mine. Room 117 is unlocked. The mirror faces the bed. Something is wrong with my reflection. It blinks out of sync. I look away. It keeps smiling. The TV turns on. Security footage. Different motels. Different states. Same room, same mirror. People screaming at their reflections. Some beg, some pray, some smile back. A man steps into frame. Mark Ellison. He looks straight at me. You don't die here, he says. You stay. I hear footsteps behind me, a woman's voice. I tried not to watch. Agent Carla Nguyen. She was declared dead 2 years ago. Her eyes are bloodshot. They feed on attention, she whispers. Every time someone notices them, they get stronger. I ask her how to stop it. She shakes her head. You don't. The mirror cracks. Something presses against the glass from the other side. Hands, too many fingers. My reflection speaks. We learned your face. The walls bleed sound. 911 calls, voicemails, prayers, all playing at once. The room number changes. 117, 217, 317. Nguyen screams. She's pulled into the mirror, the glass seals. Her face stays there, still screaming. My phone vibrates. A scheduled email, sent from me. Subject line: "You forgot again" attached. Photos. Me standing in the motel lobby, taken seconds ago. The last image shows my reflection standing behind me. Closer than before, smiling wider. The TV cuts to black. White text appears. Episode continues if they keep watching. I turn. The mirror is gone. In its place, a door with no handle. Knocking from the inside. Slow. Patient. The knocking never stops. It doesn't get louder. It doesn't hurry. It waits. That's how I know it isn't trapped. I step back as the motel room feels smaller. Not physically, but like reality itself is folding inward. Breathing feels risky. Sound feels dangerous. 3 knocks. I recognize the pattern. SOS. My phone vibrates. An email from a shutdown FBI server. Subject: "Final iteration. Blackridge." I open it. Bodycam footage plays. Mine. Timestamp 2 hours from now. I'm standing outside the motel in thick fog, speaking calmly to someone I can't see. "I think this is as far as I go," I say. The video cuts. The knocking stops. The door opens. There's nothing behind it. No hallway. Just darkness that feels aware. Something steps forward, wearing familiar shapes. Ellison's posture, Nguyen's eyes, parts of my face. "You keep calling us a thing," it says. "We're not." It gestures around. "We're a function." It explains, without emotion. Attention creates patterns. Patterns need a place to live. Motels, mirrors, screens, reflections. Anywhere someone notices something slightly wrong. Every watcher feeds it. Every viewer strengthens it. I understand too late. This was never a haunting. It's a loop. "You didn't expose us," it says softly. "You archived us." The motel dissolves. I'm outside, just like the footage. Fog at my knees. A version of me stands across the lot, older and hollow. He hands me a phone. Someone has to make the call. The phone rings. Unknown caller. I answer. My own voice speaks. "If you're hearing this, don't trust the reflection. Don't complete the pattern." The line cuts. Suddenly I'm back in my car. Engine running. Daylight. Normal road. No town. No motel. My phone buzzes. Video uploaded successfully. Channel: Agent Miskar. Views climb fast. I read the description. A sentence I don't remember writing. "If you're still watching, it means it worked." I look into the rearview mirror. I smile. My reflection smiles back. A second too late. And somewhere far away, a motel sign flickers back on.